So Amina Buddafly got on live where she was expressing how overwhelmed she was because she lost her house. She was forced to move in with her family in Germany. And she just feels like, life is getting the best of her, right? So, as we all know, Amina Buddafly has two children. She's pregnant again. And I'm not judging her. I can't judge nobody. But my thing is, if you were already struggling with the other two, why on earth would you get pregnant again? And I know it's somebody out there like, oh, you're judging, you're judging. No, but the reality of the situation is, maybe if y'all had somebody in y'all life to be honest with y'all and stop telling y'all what y'all want to hear, then maybe a lot of y'all would not be in a situation that y'all in right now. Does that make sense? Because if Amina was my friend, I would have told her. Usually your close friends know if you're dating, right? Or if messing around with somebody. If Amina was my close friend, I would have told her friend, make sure he wear a raincoat. You see what I'm saying? Or make sure you are protecting yourself with birth control or something, because you know your situation. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not judging you. That's being honest with you because, and then you got to think about it. How can I say this? Okay. There are some females out here that are irresponsible, right? I'll give you an example. I went to school with a girl. By the time she was 23, she had 8 kids, right? Okay. So she always will say how she doesn't believe in going to Planned Parenthood. I'm going to put it that way, right? So, okay, so everybody has their different beliefs. But my thing is, she got into it with a girl one time out her neighborhood. I saw the fight on Facebook, okay? Yeah, she got the best of the girl, but I wanted to say so bad. The girl was right, though. I mean, if you don't believe in Planned Parenthood and you know you already staying out the hood, you barely making it, why you keep getting pregnant? Okay, why not wear birth control? Why not make the dude, wear a raincoat? And she will always say how she would say she doesn't like to have sex with condoms. So a lot of y'all just out here just free balling it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give a fuck at some point about something. And it's not a matter of somebody judging you or somebody trying to put you down. I mean, we getting older. I could see the first child, okay, you wasn't ready, but you decided to go ahead and go through with it. Or even if you decided not to go through with it, okay, you made a mistake. But at some point, a mistake becomes a decision. You already knew, you said yourself that, you wasn't making the money in LA. I mean, for me, for example, from my point of view, I think LA was probably too expensive for you. I never stayed in LA, but from what I'm hearing, the cost of living in LA is extremely high. I don't know why y'all act like y'all want to live high off the hog instead of just living within your means. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, the job I have now. Mom Dukes was telling me the other day, you can drive something a little more lavish if you want to now. I said, Mom, listen, this is the vehicle, okay? This is what I'm driving, all right? She's reliable. She gets me from point A to point B. This is what it is. Maybe later on, maybe, but not right now. Y'all, I've been through so much on jobs. Like, this shit ain't even funny. This shit ain't even funny. I've been through so much on jobs. And, thank God I never had a car repossessed. I never been evicted from nowhere. Because as many times as I've been fired from jobs, y'all know I always kept 2 jobs in, the majority of my 20s. So even if I was fired from one, I had another job to lean on, carry me over until I put another job in that spot. You see what I'm saying? And I just always been timid because I've had family members. I remember, I had an older cousin that had 2 kids. And I remember when she was braiding my hair and how, people, they knew I was an early bird. Most people that know me know I'm an early bird. So I remember her saying, hey, if you wake up before us, get us up, because apparently you got to check out at a certain time. And I remember when her and her best friend, you know, they didn't have nowhere to go. They were staying in the hotel. The best friend had her son and she had her 2 girls. And I remember us going to the store and then I'd be greedy eating up their food and they would be getting on me like, hey, this gotta last us, until they get their food stamps again. But it wasn't until I got older and she told me at the time that she didn't have nowhere else to go. You see what I'm saying? So I remember that as a child, and I always, her and it was a couple of cousins that I always said to myself, I do not want to be like them. You see what I'm saying? And I remember those situations and, the things that I've been through on jobs. And it just always made me, I think it kept me grounded. You get what I'm saying? Like I may buy things sometimes that I don't need, but I always try to make sure my bills come first, even if I spend majority of my money on food or, bullshit. I try to take care of the bills first so that way, I'm not too hard on myself. Like, okay, at least I handle business first. You see what I'm saying? But my dude still be getting on me about certain things. She be like, okay, now you handled your business, but I'm still trying to get you to a point where you save more. Save more. Keyword more. You see what I'm saying? So she always be trying to, but like I told her, you trying to talk me into getting something a little more nicer when I already have a car that's reliable. That's not really saving. But anyway, nonetheless. So I just feel like that was very irresponsible for her to get pregnant again. And I don't want to hear no oh, I slipped up and all this other stuff. I mean, come on now. I'm not saying you got to be perfect, but I'm gonna tell you what would have put the fear of God in me, right? And I don't know how. I'm sorry. Wait, pause. I don't know how she laying up having sex and Poe. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you got to be out here selling your body. Now let's really talk. Let's really talk. I'm not saying that you got to be out here, selling your body, but you are in a recession. Your pockets are in a recession. And it's okay because we've all been there. And if a motherfucker say they ain't never been there, they're a liar. Okay? They just don't want to tell you their business. We've all been there. Okay? I don't see how you bitches lay up Poe. Cause ain't nothing romantic to me about being broke. Okay? Bills paid. Because even when I want to get freaky, I'm going to think about the light bill. I'm going to think about the water bill. I'm going to think about the cable bill. You can't sit in my face if you ain't got no money. Call me a gold digger. I don't care. I never had guys call me a gold digger before. I don't care. I don't care. You can't kick it with me. You ain't got no coins. If you see me with a dude, just know he got some money. Because I don't play that shit. I told a guy not too long ago, if I'm out here working 2 jobs, you better bet your bottom dollar I'm single. Because ain't no way in hell I'm working 2 jobs and ain't got a man. The devil's a lie. Okay? Ain't no way. And I just feel like you're being irresponsible. You having sex with a nigga that's obviously won't do nothing for you. Then you had the nerve to get pregnant by him. Like, come on now. I mean, you getting too old to be making these little 19, 20-year-old girl mistakes. Come on now. And then you said you didn't have a plan. Like, maybe if you had somebody in your ear that's going to be honest with you, maybe you wouldn't have made that mistake. That's the fucking problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we got to keep it real with ourselves. Like, even me, for example, right? I'm not fucking with nobody that ain't got no money. I got too much shit that I'm trying to do. And I'm going to be honest with you. I can't afford to fuck a man that ain't got no fucking money. I can't afford a poor ass relationship. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I can't afford it. When somebody say I can't afford it, that don't just mean, money wise, that mean in all aspects, I can't afford to be tied to a motherfucker that ain't benefiting me in the long run. I can't afford it. I'm not getting any younger. I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older. I want kids one day. I want to travel. I want to open my own business. Where the fuck I'm gonna be with you? You ain't got nothing to give me. I've been holding shit down for some time now. Like, it's no way I would have got knocked up by a nigga that ain't got no fucking money. And I'm already struggling. It's no fucking way. It's no fucking way. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I know it's somebody out there, oh, you're looking down. No, I'm not looking down. And that's why a lot of y'all be in that situation. Because nobody around y'all telling y'all the fucking truth. Because if I can't afford a poor ass man, what the fuck you gonna do with a poor ass man? You got 2 other mouths to feed. Now you're gonna add another mouth to feed. So now you're responsible for those 2 children, your mouth, and another mouth to feed. And you got the nerve to be laid up poor. Ain't nothing romantic. I couldn't even think straight knowing I got this motherfucker in my face that ain't giving me no money. I done been called a gold digger by many men. I don't care. You want to kick it with me? What's in it for me? I'm quick to ask you, what's in it for me? Come on now, we both grown. What time is it? I'm just saying, what time is it? Come on now, we both grown. Let's talk. What's up? What's up? Is this an arrangement? What we doing? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And I don't want to hear no when I say what's in it for me and you gonna tell me some ass I'll see what I can do. Well, I'll see if I can chill with you. Let me know when you know if you know what y'all get what I'm saying. Okay? Y'all come on now, we grown. What the fuck? I can't afford a poor ass man. I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I need me a man that got something to lose. Okay? That's how I feel. Say I'm judging. I'm not judging. But me personally, it ain't no way in hell, especially if I knew I was already struggling. What you should have been doing was trying to move somewhere that was a more affordable. But see, y'all like to be on social media stunting on people and, living high off the hog. You needed to be down south somewhere, which I'm not going to say you got to move down south because I wouldn't want to move down south. But, I mean, if that's what your pockets is saying, that you don't have no choice, then moving down south, going on to Atlanta like the rest on. I bet you would have found something there because they say it's cheap to stay there. I bet you would have found something down there. Or going on down there to Alabama. Tennessee. I heard Tennessee got some nice little two bedrooms. You stay in one room, put your little kids in one room. They still little. It ain't like they little teenagers. Then, because I think they said she got a girl and a boy. Don't quote me on it. I don't know. But, for now, that's cool until you figure it out. But you wanted to be in LA so people can see you in LA. You go where your money can take you. And then when you can do better, you do better. But right now, I mean, everybody want to stunt. Everybody want to be, anyway, child. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I don't care.